Hello friends, I'm Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Monday giveaways. 4 giveaways tonight. We're going to be talking about and plugging these 4 Ripsqueaks into Betaflight, and it's a Q&A live stream as usual. So ask those questions, fill the chat up with those questions that you've got, and yeah, we'll talk through them. Sorry I'm out of breath. I realized that I had the same shirt on as I did on yesterday's stream. Can't let that happen. Can't let everybody know that you wear the same clothes 2 days in a row. That would make people think you're a scumbag. Or that you're an adult. I don't know. That does your own laundry. If you don't wear your t-shirts twice, you're just, I mean, like, if you get all sweaty in them, like, I get it, but, wear your t-shirts twice, yo. Get less sweaty. There we go. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that scene to be... I think it's better in white over there, right? Is this better in white? Or is this better in purple? It's better in white. It's better in white. Because there's the purple wall. Studio stream, edit. It's already set up like that. Weird. Hello! Danzilla the Terrible was first, Justin the Guy was second, Mr. Blue Sky, Frank Nicholas, Eric Mo, Danzilla the Terrible, Mr. Blue Sky again, Punani, Chris Mel, Bubby FPV, what's up, dude? Northern Tier, Freelojo, C-Mac, Titan, Bork, 661, McNucas, Sunset Park, Beery, William Lowshed, K661 again, Kevin James, Nasty, Eat the Fish. That's a very specific YouTube name. C-Mac661, Bitterroot, Fun Per Volt, Riot 9, Saucy Jack, Mr. Blue Sky, Sky Sailor, Bitterroot, Fun Per Volt. Kevin James with a $2 super chat. He says, nice hair, dude. Thank you, man. Hold on. I'm supposed to relax. Oh, wait. I didn't... Man, I'm missing all kinds of shit. Hold up. There we go. That's a little bit better. I thought it looked a little dull back there. I was wondering what was going on. Fun Per Volt, Marcel Off Axis, Lauren Walters, One Vision Ariel, Brian, Captain Brian Malin, Big Fran, and Sunset Park. Hello, friends. How the hell are you? Yeah, 4 giveaways tonight. 3 of them are for patrons. If you want to get in on the patron-specific giveaways, head on over to CiottiFPV.com. This is my full-time job, and I rely on beautiful people like you. It's sort of the Joshua Bardwell approach to life, FPV, whatever, where if your fans are the ones that support you rather than sponsors, then when you do reviews and talk about stuff, you are completely honest, because the people paying you are the people that want that honesty. When your model is to rely on sponsors to send you lots of free stuff or affiliate links, kind of sort of, but not really. But yeah, it's 100% crowdfunded. Much like PBS, I rely on the support of beautiful people like you. Over on CiottiFPV, there's a bunch of different ways you can help me out. Patreon helps me the most, like it says here. And by joining the Patreon at the 5, 10, 20, or up tiers, you can get in on one of tonight's giveaways or all 3 of tonight's giveaways. I do these giveaway live streams every other Monday, so there are 6 Patreon giveaways a month. Yeah, for $5 a month, you can get entered into 2 Tiny Whoop and Toothpick giveaways per month. For $10 a month, you can enter into... you can be entered into 2 Micro Brushless and Cinewhoop giveaways per month. For $20, you can get in on 2 5-inch giveaways per month. Or for $30, for $1 a day, you can enter into all those giveaways. The $30 a month tier puts you into all of the giveaways. So that's 6 giveaways a month. Typical giveaways are anything from $20 to $100. It depends which tier. The lower the tier, the lower the cost of the stuff that I'm putting into the giveaways. So yeah. Stevie says, did you shoot that intro roll? Looks suspiciously familiar. Hope all is well. Yeah, so the that little intro was from Salt Lake City when I was there flying, live stream flying the Criterium Cup. It's a cycling race. And I had a little bit of free time the day before. We went and did a whole bunch of testing in the spot to make sure RF was good. And then I had the rest of the day to just kind of screw around. So I went and flew some fun stuff. The wind was absolutely absurd. And that was a fully ducted Cinewhoop. And yeah, you can see in the very beginning of the intro, I tried to hit a fairly big gap, but the wind was just pounded on me. And I didn't quite get it. Sunset Park with a $10 super chat. He says, Medicine Man funds. Thank you, dude. Where is that? There it is. And 425 goes to 435. Thank you, brother. The Medicine Man Fund, for anybody that doesn't know, this is the quest to get healthcare this year. I've not had, ever since I started doing FPV full-time, I've really not been able to afford to have healthcare. I'm in somewhat decent health-ish. I'm only 41, so I've been kind of getting away with it. But yeah, there's people that are relying on me a little bit more than in my previous life. So yeah, it would be nice to get some healthcare. So, but there are a lot of other ways that you can support me. You don't have to just blindly send funds to this. You can buy yourself something nice over on the Etsy store. I've got some really fun stickers and some random hardware that might help you out during your builds. Over on Fiverr, you can work directly with me one-on-one. I can help you fly better, build better, and tune better. Or if you just have a whole bunch of questions, you can just rapid fire them at me. I've been doing this for over 6 years, so there is not a question that you can ask me that either I won't know the answer myself or I won't know where to send you to get the actual answer. So take advantage of, you know, somebody that has put countless hours into this hobby, and just basically like give yourself a huge head start, right? Like all the info is out there. All the info is on forums and Facebook groups and YouTube, but how much time are you really going to pour into finding all of that info, right? Like what's your time worth? Is your time worth $10 an hour? All right, well, you can give me like, what is it, 60? You can give me $60 an hour and save yourself 6 hours of digging around, and you'll probably learn more in that 1 hour than you would even in those 6 hours of kind of digging around. Not to mention that, you know, when you go digging around on YouTube and Facebook and even forums, like, you don't know if that's good info or not. I test everything, and like, again, I've been around long enough where I've seen the stuff kind of play out, and the bullshit has settled to the bottom and been sifted out, and the good info has stayed in the sifter. It's a weird analogy. Over on Teespring, there's some really fun t-shirts and other random stuff. And then if you want to do a super chat, but you don't want YouTube and or Google to take 30%, you can use this PayPal button. If you do this, it'll pop up in my email, but do me a favor. In the chat, type CiottiFPV, yo, check your PayPal or something like that, because I want to give you a shout out. If you want to talk directly to me in the chat, all you need to do is type CiottiFPV. You don't have to put the at, but you do have to spell it right, no space in between Ciotti and FPV. When you do that, as you can see here, it lights up in orange, and that's how I know that you're talking to me versus talking to everybody else. I don't read everything in the chat. I read the stuff where you guys tag me. You know, in real life, you don't just like walk up to a stranger and like, ah! You say like, hey, sir. Or if you know their name, like, hey, Jim, get out of my way or I'm going to kill you, stab you, eat your flesh. And then look at this. I have all these affiliate links. When you buy something on the internet, someone has an affiliate link to that website. See if you can find it. It's not easy to be a full-time content creating donkey. And yeah, might as well help somebody out so they can make some more free content for you to watch here on the YouTube. I've got affiliate links to WeBleed FPV, Newbie Drone FPV Cycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Omagod HD0, Flywoo, Emacs, Banggood, and Camera Butter. Oh, AliExpress as well. And then down the bottom here, there's a bunch of funny stuff. Click around, see what you can find. There's lots of good stuff. Up towards the top is stuff that helps me keep doing this. Towards the bottom is stuff that helps you giggle. Justin the Guy tagged me and said good evening. My wife dropped the laundry basket the other day. She's still mad at me because I just stood there and watched it all unfold. The older I get, the funnier dad jokes become. Beery FPV says, hey, 661 says, CiottiFPV is not giving away 4 Ripsqueaks. It's not actually what 661 says, but I corrected what he did say. Mr. Blue Sky says, I got one of those Fat Shark watches on eBay. Pretty cool. Now you're an influencer. Fat Shark watches? Wait. One of the Fat Shark. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, these are shark watches. I had the smaller version of a shark watch growing up. And then I don't know, I lost it or got rid of it or whatever at some point. And I was on set last year at some point, and one of the dudes there had a Casio calculator watch, and I was like, and I noticed it, I was like, yo, is that a fucking calculator watch? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, did you get that on eBay or something? He's like, yeah, they're all over eBay. I was like, man, that's cool. He was about my age. I was like, that's super cool, man. That brings me back. He's like, yeah, I mean, I obviously don't use it. It's just like a cool nostalgia thing. And then, I don't know, a couple of months later, a bunch of months later, actually, Shark, I think the company is actually called Freestyle. I got hit on by an Instagram ad. And I was like, oh shit, they're still around. And I went to eBay and put an eBay saved search for like Shark Freestyle watch. And so now every day I get an email with any of these watches that have been newly listed. And every once in a while they get listed up there for like $10, and I just jump in and snag it real quick. So I have 3 of the damn things now, and I think I've paid like between $10 and $12 for each one of them. It's cool. They make them in all different colors, and then this watch band is actually getting replaced. I've been putting like motorsports inspired watch bands on these. There's this company, Campeonato Club, who sells motorsport inspired watch bands. So like this is the hold on, 20 mil. So like these are the BMW colors here. There's the Gulf livery colors, the light blue and orange. I forget who this is. This might be Peugeot's colors. There's the Martini livery colors. There they are as well. I have this one on one of these watches that's blue. This is... Who is this? This is... I forget what that color scheme is. And yeah, so for this one, which has like a white kind of face here, I'm getting this Lancia inspired watch band. What's cool is they give you like a little hint in some of their pictures to show you where the livery is from for the more obscure ones. But yeah, this is the Lancia Stratos rally car, and that was the livery that I mean, although it's you know, Lancia is an Italian car company, and those are the Italian flag colors. So I'm gonna be all Guido'd out when and they're cheap watch bands. They're like $14. Is this out of stock? No, it's not out of stock. All right, cool. So yeah, that's my life. Kevin James says, nice hair, dude. Thank you, brother. Stevie said, no, we got that. One Visionario says, had to update my Patreon and run it through PayPal, so I'm back on there in case you didn't see it. Very cool, man. Thank you very much. It really means a lot that you guys support me over on Patreon. It's the closest thing that I have to a paycheck, and it is really the only way that I can keep on doing this. So yeah, if you have 10 cents a day, it makes a huge difference if you jump onto my Patreon on the general admission tier. And you're going to get a lot of really good stuff. You're going to get access to a YouTube playlist with almost 90 unreleased videos, half-done edits, sketchy flying, Patreon-only live streams, all kinds of fun stuff in there. Couple of Facebook groups, full access to the Discord, which is awesome because the people that hang out in the chat here and on the Discord are just amazing human beings, great pilots, great engineers, great builders, just awesome people. And yeah, there's some other stuff that I'm sure I'm forgetting. But the biggest thing is that you get to feed a skinny man. Dustin Gable, thanks for joining the Patreon. Dustin is keeping the one new patron per live stream thing going. If anybody else wants to join, though, feel free. Ramdago says, I like the Fulvia Lancia. Isn't the Fulvia there? I'm not going to dive into car chat. It'll get out of control. Let's get caught up on chat here. Kevin James with a $10 super chat. He says, so you get $7 of this? I do indeed, Kevin. Thank you so much, brother. Super chats are completely fine. It's great that YouTube and Google give me this place to live stream from. So I'm cool with you guys doing super chats. But some folks are really anti-Google and anti-YouTube. And yeah, so PayPal is a way for those folks to support me, but not support YouTube and Google. Metal Nerdskin with a $10 super chat. He says, yo, you gotta check out what I got in the car things Discord. That is one of the open Discord channels. Oh, shit. What? Metal Nerdskin is trading a tiny whoop for a car. It must be a basket case. It's an old Volvo Volkswagen. Looks like 80s-ish. The funny thing about those, though, is that even if they're a basket case, they're completely indestructible, so they'll just run until the sun dies. Editors can also putting a picture up of the Slut, the super light utility truck. Jesus. I like it. Yeah, lots of cool things going over on Patreon. You're going to get access to a couple Patreon channels for free. Text channels over on Patreon. Oh, god damn it. Discord, rather, for free. But the majority of the channels with all the really good info are behind the paywall. Sorry, I need to do stuff like that in order to survive. So, yeah. $3 a month. If you're into FPV, I know you got an extra 10 cents a day. It's not an expensive hobby, but it's also not a cheap hobby. So, help out the people that are giving you the good info and saving you some money when you buy the right thing instead of buying the wrong thing, if you don't mind. FamG says, hey, sir, Mr. Ciotti, what's up, gangly friend? What's up, dude? Freeloader says, is the Cockroach frame a must for the tiny lifter, or can I just convert my Meteor 75? I have not had any luck doing tiny lifters without the Cockroach 75 frame. Mainly because of the carbon fiber brace. The tiny lifters are really pushing. So for anybody that doesn't know, what I refer to as a tiny lifter, I named it this. This is a 75 millimeter 2S. You can see where the two batteries go right up in here. Standard tiny whoop batteries. 75 mil motor to motor, 1.6 inch propellers. This is specifically designed to be the lightest weight possible way, the quietest possible way to carry an Insta360 Go 2. The Insta360 Go 2 is 26.2 grams. That is really heavy. Like, it's really kind of nuts that this carries it at all, and carries it as well as it possibly does. I have tried to do tiny lifters in frames that don't have the carbon fiber brace, and basically what happens is, since we're asking so much of this powertrain, we need as few vibrations to get into the gyro as possible, because we got to really push the PIDs really hard to be able to control such a crazy amount of weight up really high. And without the carbon fiber brace on the frame, it's just yeah, you just can't do it. You can't get the PIDs into a place where the rig performs even remotely acceptable. Technically speaking, I guess you could do this build with a Fractal 75 frame. The problem's going to be mounting batteries. You're going to have to design a custom TPU battery sling, and yeah, just get this frame. It works really well. The only ding on this frame is that if you crash it relatively hard, you will break the plastic. The frame's only $4 or $5. You keep an extra one in stock and replace it when you break, if you break it. But, and you know, with this being a tiny lifter, like, you're gonna fly it like a lifter, and you're really not gonna crash it. So I've only broken 2 of these frames, and that was during like the sort of R&D process of trying different motors and having fail safes and all kinds of weird shit. So yeah, I would love it if you could, because there are all plastic frames that are a little bit more durable on the outsides of the ducts here than this one. But yeah, I tried the Mobula 7 V4 and the V3, and neither one of them, and it wasn't even close. Like, they weren't even close to working. The other issue is, how are you going to get, the other issue is battery storage. One of the things I love about this Cockroach 75 frame is that you can use regular Tiny Whoop batteries, and they sit really close to the center of gravity here. The CG situation is a hot mess up on top, so it's nice to have the rest of the mass really kind of centralized as much as possible. And then you just make one of these little double, this looks like it's set there, but it's just on a wire. You just make a little double plug frame. And then it's really cool too, because you can just use your regular Tiny Whoop batteries, right? You don't have to have a whole extra set of batteries. You just use these little BT 2.0 300 mAh Weebleed FPV batteries, and you're good to go. So yeah, this is a really, really cool rig. It's if you want to take a look at like what you can get out of this rig, one of the most recent edits on this channel was shot with that around this beautiful Japanese maple, and the link to that is in the chat, so you can hit that, check it out in 4K. The Insta360 Go 2 is a phenomenal camera. For what it is, for 26 grams and as small as it is, it's really impressive. And I think that if you buy it on Amazon, you can get physical damage protection on it. Don't quote me on that, but I think the warranty that they offer does cover physical damage. I bought mine from Best Buy when they had it, and I was able to get the Geek Squad protection, and I did break one of them already. I broke it on a Ripsqueak, slamming it into the ground really, really, really hard. On a tiny lifter, you're not going to be going 70, 80 miles an hour. If you're up really high, yeah, okay, and it falls out of the air, you might blow it up. But yeah, usually with the tiny lifters, you're doing like down low stuff in close to plants or shelves or like something, you know, stuff like that. And it should be really, really durable for that kind of stuff. So yeah, super, super, super fun little build. I can't wait to fly it more. Cold Front and Penguin says, how do you know if my camera or AIO VTX is out? It's a BLV3 with BI. Super simple, Cold Front, and you either have OSD or you don't. If you have OSD, then your camera is blown up. If you don't have OSD, then your VTX is blown up. Blizzard FPV with a 1234 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, great to see you on at FPV Your World. Yeah, Off Axis and the gang had me on their live stream last Thursday, and it was super fun. I had a great time. 661 with a $10 super chat. He says, hey, I'm thinking about getting an Insta360 Go 2 and really appreciate your opinions about it. Mainly the negatives, like what is the recording limit and battery life? I don't have many negatives. I mean, but you have to be realistic. It's not a GoPro. It's a tiny little, you know, it's wee. And so with things that are little, you can't expect as much battery runtime as a GoPro. You can't expect the same quality as a GoPro. But as long as you have that in your head, you're gonna really love it. For me, this is like way better than I would ever think. It comes with a really nice little case here that's even got these little fetuses on it, and you can put it in here like a little tripod and just sit it up and like film yourself. It comes with a couple really nice mounts. You can put like a mount in your car and use it as like a little video blog kind of camera thing. This guy has a battery built into it, so when the battery on this goes dead, you just put it in there and it recharges it. Like, it's really, the Insta360 Go 1 was pretty cool, but this is a whole other level. Like, this is really quite the camera. Incredibly lightweight. The image stabilization works great. The software works great. You can run it through your phone via Bluetooth, which works really well. I wish that I used it more, but I don't fly that much. Ever since I got this, I haven't really been flying very much. It has nothing to do with this. It just has to do with when you start doing something as your full-time job, things shift a little bit. I really, I don't. My only complaint about the initial one that I got is that it broke, but I fucking slammed it into the concrete really hard. It's got a removable lens on the outside, so you can screw on ND filters, which is amazing. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not expecting a GoPro Hero 10, you're gonna love it. And like, if you are expecting that, well, that's your fault. That's a silly expectation. I've been super impressed by it. And yeah, I wish I could think of a bad thing to say about it. I don't make any money when they sell them. Yeah, they're just awesome. They're just, it's a really great little, and like, again, you know, you're using it for small stuff, right? Like, you're not using it on a professional set where you need to run 10 batteries in a row or anything like that. You're using it here and there. So you do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 batteries, and then you're usually done with it. Hopefully you don't expect to be able to run 20 batteries in a row through it. Although, I guess you could run a bunch of batteries through it and then put it into the little thing to charge here, fly another rig. Once it's charged back up, put it right back on there. So, yeah. FamGFPV says, is the Insta360 Go 2 worth it over the $50 Runcam Thumb? Now, that's a good question. That's a really good question. The Runcam Thumb Pro, don't get the regular Runcam Thumb, get the Pro. It's pretty damn impressive. I absolutely hate that you have to run it off of the flight controller. The fact that it doesn't have an internal battery, I really don't like that. That does make it significantly lighter weight, which is kind of cool, but I just personally don't like that. Basically, the Runcam, if you're only ever going to put it on a quad, definitely think about the Runcam Thumb. The cool thing about this is it's not just for quads. Like, you can use this for like intros to your video. Like, so one of the mounts that it comes with is meant to slip on the bill of your hat. And so, like, you can put that mount on your baseball hat and then have this thing facing straight down, and you can get like thumb cam stuff with it if you're into that kind of thing. What I personally did with that mount is I put it up on the sun visor of, it's actually in front of the sun visor, but basically I put it on the sun visor of my car, and so I can mount it up there, and when I'm like driving to to a gig or to the flight field, I can just push the button real quick and just like, hey guys, I'm on my way to so-and-so, I'm going to be flying this, that, and the other, I'm testing these things, here's the flying, right? And you can just like record really quick little intros. It's just super handy. It's a super handy little camera. If you're never going to use it for anything other than mounting on the quad, then the Runcam Thumb Pro might be a better option for you. This is a little bit better quality. The software for this is certainly better. You don't have to use gyro float. Like, stabilizing the Runcam Thumb is going to be a pain in the ass. You're going to have to set you're going to have a flight controller with black box. You're going to have to set it up to log black box while you fly. You're going to run into problems with the amount of internal storage running out because black box eats it up pretty quick usually. And then you're going to have to manually do everything in gyro flow. So this, you just dump it into the software and click the button, and you can click either horizon lock or non-horizon lock or no stabilization at all. So yeah, this is a lot more money, but you get a lot more. But I will say that if you are absolutely never ever, and there's all kinds of other fun shit you can do with this, man. Like follow Insta360 Go on Instagram. There is a ton of super creative shit you can do with these. And there's like time-lapse mode in here. There's all kinds of different things going on. This guy is magnetic, so you can like stick it to your refrigerator and dance around it's a really slick little camera to have. And it'll kind of inspire you to do creative things. And then you just fire up the app on your phone and away you go. So yeah, they're two completely different products. Neither one is better than the other. It's all going to be about are you going to use the extra features of this thing? And this will also probably hold its value a lot better, although maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not going to comment on that. I take it back. FamG also says, is there a good micro 65mm frame and AIO that can run Crossfire? Nope. There is not. Newbie Drone was working on an AIO that was going to have Crossfire on it, but then ELRS came out, and that was the end of that. So yeah, there are no AIOs that that have Crossfire built in. I mean, you could certainly get one of the AIOs that doesn't have a receiver built in and then just put an external Crossfire on there, but that is adding an awful lot of weight. So yeah, ELRS is really the answer for tiny whoops, and you can get an ELRS module for like $50, I think. So it's kind of worth it because it is a lot lower latency and the range is awesome. And then just having ELRS is pretty slick because next time you build a 3-inch rig, you're going to want to put ELRS on it, or a 2-inch rig or a 2.5 or you know, stuff like that. YouTube just did the thing. Trying to find my place in chat. There we go. Cold Front and Penguin with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, so if the screen is fuzzy, it's my VTX. If it's completely black, it's the camera. Can you elaborate? Thank you. So if you power the quad up and you turn on your goggles and there's a black screen, but your OSD is there, your on-screen display is there, that means the camera has failed. If you fire it up and there's anything other than that, then the VTX has failed. Or it's in pit mode or any number of other things. But yeah, you'll always know that your camera has died because your OSD will just be sitting there. Like, hey! Because think about it, right? The camera takes the light in from the world, and then it sends it down the wires as data. It goes into the AIO, or the flight controller. It goes into the OSD chip. The OSD puts the on-screen display elements on top of it, and then the OSD chip sends that video with the elements to the VTX, and then the VTX puts it into the antenna, and then the antenna sends it to your goggles. So, yeah. It sounds like your VTX is shit the bed. Bugs FPV says, can you still get it from Best Buy with the Geek Squad? No, Best Buy doesn't even sell it anymore. Somebody let me know a couple streams ago, a couple weeks ago actually, that they couldn't find this on Best Buy. And I looked in the middle of the stream and I couldn't find it either. Man, it is incredibly smoky down here and it's actually starting to bother me. Hang on, guys. It's, woo! Maggie accidentally lit the fireplace upstairs with the flue closed, and it dumped a bunch of smoke into the living room. And for some reason, I think it's like coming down the stairs. I'm gonna shut the door too. Actually, well, it's too late now. I should probably leave the door opened. Yeah, it's really starting to bother me. Does smoke go down? And I kind of can't open the doors because it's really cold. I mean, I obviously can open the doors, but Jesus, I can like see the smoke in here. I'll survive. Denzel the Terrible says, is the Runcam link the exact same as the Vista? Yep, AliExpress has them for $60. Really? Yeah, I heard Joshua Bardwell mention that at one point, that the Runcam link is identical, just with a different name on it. AliExpress? What? $60? Come on, fuck you. Oh my god, with the pop-ups. What are you, 8 years old? $60. Where? Where? 120 with the camera. I'm assuming $60 is just the VTX. I'm seeing it here for $99. Is there like a... A coupon code or something like that? How do we get it for 60 bucks? That is a hell of a deal. Is this it? No, it's the Runcam split. What is this? Link Phoenix HD kit for 43. What? What? Is that... That must just be the camera. Ah, it's just the camera. Okay. Man, that is a super... That is a super... the fact that this is the image that comes up is not cool. That's very bait and switchy. If there's a way to get that VTX for 60 bucks, I'm getting a couple. CMAX says I wire up 5-volt BECs to power my thumb cams from the balance lead on the LiPos. See, I would prefer to do that. I would prefer to do that over hooking it up to the flight controller. A couple guys saying that the Runcam Thumb has a gyro built in. That's pretty awesome. Good for Runcam. Okay, that's really, really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Eric Mo says the Caddx Peanut is an Insta360 Go, but more FPV friendly because you can power it externally. It's also cheaper. While that is true, Eric, the main problem with the Caddx Peanut is you can't get it with a warranty, with a physical damage protection warranty. And that for a fragile-ish HD camera, for me personally, that is a complete deal breaker. HD cameras are never going to be all that durable. There are just a lot of tiny little components in there and just a lot of stuff that can go wrong. And we crash really, really, really hard. So, yeah, for me to buy an HD camera, there absolutely has to be either Best Buy Geek Squad protection plan on it or Amazon's Assurion physical damage protection. I don't know of anywhere that sells the Caddx Peanut that will also sell you a physical damage protection warranty. You know, if you don't think that you're gonna crash, you're gonna, you know, maybe you won't kill it, but like we're all going to crash. Like even when you get better, you're still gonna crash. You're gonna have equipment failures. You're gonna start pushing really hard. You're gonna be in the zone. And you know, losing a $300 camera to a crash really hurts. It really, really, really hurts. And I have not found the Insta360 Go to be super durable. I mean, like, you know, the GoPro Session 5 is like the exception to the rule. That thing is like super, super, super durable. Every other GoPro Hero is relatively fragile along the same lines as the Insta360 Go 2. They're all of that. Yeah, the Session 5 is like the exception to the rule. All their HD cams tend to be pretty fragile. So yeah, I you know, but hey, that's just me. I'm like super. I keep toying with the idea of making a YouTube channel called Budget FPV because that's just where I've been for the last 6 years. So, Mr. Blue Sky with a $20 super chat says, should I upgrade my Mobula 6 fleet to Betaflight 4.4? I don't think so. Thank you for the super generous super chat, brother. I don't think so. I'm not updating anything to 4.4, to be honest, unless I need to. There's really nothing in 4.4 that's all that interesting to me. Like the new anti-gravity is kind of cool. And like I'm sure it's a little bit better, but I don't have any rigs that exhibit the behavior that anti-gravity fixes with the old school anti-gravity. If you don't know, anti-gravity basically boosts the P&I gains when you move the throttle up or down quickly. That was created to solve the problem of you would stab the throttle and the rig would drop to one corner. Like usually there's one motor that's a little bit weaker than the rest, or one ESC channel that's a little bit weaker than the rest. And when you're really aggressive with the throttle, it really stresses everything out, and you'll usually have a little bit of a drop on one arm. Anti-gravity's been around for a while. It works beautifully. The version of anti-gravity in 4.3 works really, really, really well. In 4.4, it works a little bit better. So, I mean, and like, unless you have quads that need the better anti-gravity, I just don't see a point. And like I said, in 4.3, if you have that issue, just keep increasing the anti-gravity in 4.3. And usually you'll get it to a point where it fixes the problem. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, if you're just looking for something to do, sure. But I don't know. I try to prioritize stuff that's actually going to make a difference. And it just doesn't feel like 4.4 has anything that's going to make a significant enough difference to justify the time spent. You know, yeah. Bugs FPV says, take us upstairs. I can't, man. The cords aren't long enough. Bugs FPV says, smoke goes down after it cools off. Heavy particles, that makes sense. All right, so yeah, I'm just getting smoked out down here. Denzel the Turbo says, Ethan W, yeah, they got me with the bait and switch. Oh, is that what it was, Dan? The link is not $60 on AliExpress. That's just for the camera. Okay, yeah. That's pretty shitty, AliExpress. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to them, and I don't care if they read it. Denzel says, is camera only? You're not dumb. Freeloader says, smoke goes up unless airflow pulls otherwise. Whatever. In this case, it went down. 661 says that Phoenix HD is an add-on onboard DVR. Really? For the Vista VTX, adds a crap load of latencies. Oh, right. I remember the Phoenix HD reviews. Everybody trashed on them. That's right. Bugs FPV says, can you still get Amazon protection warranty? You can indeed. I just looked a couple of weeks ago. Look at me go. I'm caught up on chat. Cool. All right. What time is it? 10:46? All right, so in 15-ish minutes, we're going to do giveaways. So if you want to get in on tonight's Patreon giveaways, you don't have much time. You got to join my Patreon on the $5, $10, $20, or $30 and up tiers. And, yeah, like Dustin Gable did. Thanks again, Dustin, for the support. Hey, my Emacs order is shipping. Thank you, Emacs. All right. Okay. Kevin James, my email is on CiottiFPV.com. I only have that one email. That's my YouTube email. I'm sorry, PayPal email rather. PayPal email. Ripsqueaks, yo. I didn't realize that I have 4 of the damn things. I've got 3 version 1 Ripsqueaks, and then I've got 1 version 2. The version 2 is built to carry the Insta360 Go. Reason being is that the version 1 Ripsqueak frames have a much bigger cutout here. Let me get the light to catch it. There you go. See this big-ass camera cutout on the top? That clears the top of the Runcam hybrid camera beautifully. See how much of that Runcam hybrid I have hanging out the top there? It allows me to run 28mm standoffs rather than 30s. Not a big difference, but yeah, I've had these V1 frames floating around. So yeah, last year I built, and I built so many of these to do testing. I was testing motors like crazy. I was trying really hard to find the best combination of motor, propeller, motor and propeller, and battery. I was also doing a lot of battery testing for like the ultimate 3-inch rig, 3-inch freestyle rig. Unfortunately, during that process, it took me so long that all of my favorite motors got discontinued. I ended up settling, initially, I decided that the Toka 1505 motor was my favorite, and they discontinued it. And then I realized that the Zing 1504 motor was my favorite, and they discontinued that. I also really like the RCX 1306, and they discontinued that. So I've got one of these that's now on 1404s, and they're pretty good. They're kind of the best. It's very annoying. It's very, very annoying. And I mean, and on top of everything else, the Ripsqueak V1 frame got replaced by the V2. There were some V1s in stock, then they went out of stock. Then the V2 went out of stock, and then the owner of BQE, Bill, had a bunch of real-life family stuff pop up, and he's been MIA since then. So now these frames are even discontinued. But I'm going to keep flying them. I have some extra arms for them, and yeah, there really aren't any other 3-inch frames at the moment that are as light as these. These Runcam hybrids, like, at the time that I was doing all of the testing, were the best HD and FPV camera solution. Now with DJI-03 and with Walksnail, I really don't know if that's true anymore. I mean, if you're on analog, yeah, the Runcam hybrid is definitely the way to go. The 4K footage that comes out of it is really good. It's basically the same footage that you get from the Thumb, from the Runcam Thumb. It's the same sensor and the same, everything. So yeah, this is still a great build, and I can't wait to start flying these again now that the temperature is coming back up. But if you can keep a secret, my 3-inch prop from GemFan is actually looking like it's going to get made here. And so one of the things that they asked me for is a black box log of, like, kind of the intended rig for the propeller. So these are as close as I can get to that. I might rip one of these apart and try to drop the squid into my 3-inch frame, or I might just put these, do it on these. But one of the things that I want to check on, I just haven't had these up in the air in a while, so I need to see what the hell's going on with them. I want to see a bunch of these flight controllers are old as shit, and they're old, and they don't have black box on them. So I got to see if one of these has black box on it. Hopefully it does. And I figured, we could bust them back out, and you guys could ask me some questions if you had any. But let me get caught up on chat again. Lauren Walters says, I was going to use a preset for my Meteor 65 Pro, but I don't know if I have a 48K ESC PWM or 96. How do I find out? Super simple, Lauren. Well, it's simple for me, because I've been doing this forever. Let me search for ESC configurator how to. Yeah, Joshua's got a video. Okay. Is his video gonna use escconfigurator.com? That was the question. It sure is. All right, cool. I'm dropping a link in the chat. Watch this video. Joshua will talk you right through it. esc-configurator.com is where you can do that. Yeah, you'll be good. Or if for some reason Joshua's video doesn't get you there, here's a link to the YouTube search that I did. Albert Kim also has a video. Nick Burns also has a video. And it looks like those are the main ones. Between those top 3 search results, you're going to be good to go. All that being said, more than likely, you're on 48K PWM. You're probably not on 96. You could be, though. Bugs FPV says, how much would it cost to get these motors remade by the manufacturer? Typically tens of thousands of dollars. In talking to Rugi, from Bob Rugi from FPV Cycle, yeah, typically you're into 5 figures to get a run of motors made, mainly because you have to have a shitload of them made all at once. So yeah, that's I don't have 4 figures, let alone 5. Kenny Kobe says, I love FPV more than anything. I'm not looking for a career. I enjoy learning. I'm not seeing items on Amazon anymore, only DJI. I'm not seeing items on Amazon anymore, only DJI. Are there any items in particular? So, like, all right, so there's still plenty of GemFan props here. What are some other manufacturers? Tattoo. Still a bunch of tattoo batteries on here. Just thinking of like main manufacturer names. iFlight. Still a bunch of iFlight stuff. I mean, maybe I guess maybe there's less than there used to be, but there's still a good amount of stuff here. Let's try T-Motor. Some T-Motor stuff here too. Yeah, I don't know if I would say that there's less. Nah, I guess yeah. I guess it feels like maybe there's less stuff than there was before, but I mean, there's definitely still some stuff on here. Definitely still some FPV stuff on here. If I'm, I can't wait to watch this. It says absolute chaos. No, wait, I can't play this on stream. I'm gonna get copyright dinged. Sugary OD says, what if you have no want or need to record your flying on analog? What frame would you recommend for 3-inch? I was looking at the Avio 3 from Avant Quads. Sugary, you know, all of my favorite frames have been discontinued. It's incredibly frustrating. I don't know of any. I really don't. At some point here, I will have a frame available for you that'll be kind of the perfect one. But Ryan Harrell is who did the frame design for me, the bulk of the frame design for me, and he's just been super busy. And I also haven't had time to test the prototype that he sent me. So, yeah, I just don't know. And I don't know, like, nobody's really been talking about him either. So, like, there's not, like, somebody that I trust. I mean, there's the Tiny Trainer frame. That I don't love the Tiny Trainer frame, but a lot of people do. It's not really a freestyle frame. It's more of a racing frame. But that's really kind of the only 3-inch analog frame that I know of that anybody that I trust is having a good time with. So, yeah. Chat, do you guys have any good 3-inch frame suggestions? Like, every once in a while, somebody will mention one, like you just mentioned the Avio 3, but I don't know anything about that. And I really don't recommend stuff that I haven't personally banged off of the concrete 8,000 times in a row and can say, like, yo, this is bulletproof. Just sort of as a general rule. I mean, what I can do is take a quick look at this frame and kind of give you my thoughts on it. So this is more of a racing frame. The camera is set really, really, really far back. So you're going to have a ton... Wait, that's not the same frame. Is that the same frame? Avio 3 HD. Yeah, the motors are pretty far forward, so you're gonna have a lot of prop in view, but if you're not recording your footage, who cares? Big ass chunk of TPU to mount the camera. I don't love that. A TPU is very, very heavy, and this is kind of excessive. But I mean, you can just go to Thingiverse and print out a little camera mount that'll probably save you like 15 grams of TPU on the front here, so that's easy enough. They do have a little bit of motor protection going on. That's good. I wish they had better motor protection, and I wish they had like basically devil horns for the motor protection, so that you're protected in front end collisions. Just doing a single point like this doesn't, like, it helps when you dig a corner in if you crash diagonally, but if you just nose it in, which is typically what you do, you can still bang up a motor. But at least it has some motor protection. A lot of these 3-inch frames don't have any, so this is better than most. I like that they've got the 20x20 mounts on the top plate for the Vista. That's pretty cool. It doesn't sound like that matters to you, but does anybody know anything about this company, Avant Quads? Do they know what they're doing? The main, like, unfortunately, most micro frames are pretty shitty. Because most micro frames are made by companies that don't know what the hell they're doing. And frame design is actually really complicated. So, yeah, it's kind of tough. But if Avant Quads makes some other really good frames, then that's a really good sign. I hope they have a picture of the bottom of it, so I can take a look at like where the stress is going to go in crashes, and of course they don't. So without a picture of the bottom of the frame, there's not a whole lot that I can tell you about whether or not it's going to be durable. Let's see if there are any pictures on the internet of the bottom of this frame. Nope. So here's what I would do. I would watch Nick Burns' video on it. Nick is very intelligent, great pilot. He doesn't crash much, so you're not going to get a very good feel for durability from his videos, but if there are any glaring problems with the frame other than how it holds up in crashes, Nick will get the job done for you. So yeah, watch Nick's review and then just cross your fingers that it's a durable frame. Yeah, I can't comment on it without seeing the bottom of it, unfortunately. Yeah, like I can almost kind of maybe see something here. Not really, though. Yeah, I mean, frames are pretty inexpensive, so maybe just go for it. And the annoying thing is you spend a ton of time building to a specific frame, and then if that frame sucks, it's really annoying to get a different frame and then change the build all around. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, they have 3 holes on the arms, which is not great, but it's not a deal breaker. Looks like it's a pretty light frame. That's a good thing. I like that. It's a bottom mount battery, which for me is kind of a deal breaker. I really want my batteries to be up on top for much better center of gravity. The bottom battery thing is more of like a racer kind of deal. It looks like the arm lockup is going to be pretty solid, so that's a good thing. That's a really common mistake. It has removable arms, which is a huge thumbs up. Most micro frames are solid base plate, and that is just the worst thing ever. Yeah, it looks all right. Looks all right. Stack mounting screws here and here are isolated from the arm mounting screws. That's a really good thing. They're using press nuts here, which is pretty cool. There's not a whole lot of carbon around this press nut, which is a little bit scary. But yeah, there's not a whole lot more that I can really say. Here's a link to this thread. Read through this thread and see if anybody's complaining about it blowing up. Or like, sometimes there'll be weirdness with the way that a frame is built, and there'll only be like one ESC that fits in it. That's the kind of thing you're looking for. You know, that's a huge problem, because what happens when that ESC inevitably gets discontinued? So look out for that kind of stuff. Kenny Kobe says, I shop smaller stores, but I heard the question the other day on the Bardwell stream to stay with main products, so I looked on Amazon, and yeah, so I asked. Thanks, man. I heard the question the other day on the Bardwell stream to stay with main products, so I looked on Amazon. Yeah, I admittedly, I don't spend much time. I don't really get FPV stuff on Amazon, so maybe there is a lot less stuff on Amazon. I'm not a good person to ask, I guess, is the because I just don't usually look for stuff on there. Ugellin says Ronin UAV is a solid frame manufacturer. I use their 4-inch MK2 frame and I really enjoy it. There you go. 661 says, I just got the Foxier Aura 4-inch frame and I'm really impressed with it. T700 Carbon, some good quality looking. Also comes in 3.5-inch. Comes with lots of TPU and a good battery strap. For the record, guys, T700 or T1000, or like whenever a manufacturer talks about that, it's bullshit. There's no this T700, T1000, whatever carbon fiber is the same thing as C rating. There's no control. There's nobody policing it. When my frame is done and Ryan cuts it, I'm gonna label it as T72496 carbon, and I'm gonna get away with it, and everybody's gonna buy it, and I'm gonna be rich, bitch. So yeah, that whole T700 carbon thing, it's utter nonsense, and that comes from Bob Ruge, who has a lot of experience in carbon fiber and has talked to many manufacturers. So carbon fiber, there is like carbon fiber that's better than other carbon fiber, and it's just about like the layup. It's just, you get what you pay for. When the manufacturer laying it up gives a shit and does a good job, then it's stronger. When they don't, it's not. And yeah, any of the horrible manufacturers can make it and just say, hey, this is T700, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So yeah, whenever you see that rating on carbon fiber, don't buy into it. It's nonsense. FamG says, how do you feel about the new DJI 03 for recording flights? It's brilliant. The DJI 03 system is the end-all be-all split solution. If you're looking for a single lens FPV and HD recording setup, DJI 03 all fucking day. If you're going to be carrying around another camera, a GoPro, an Insta360 Go 2, etc., 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 the DJI 03 system doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because mainly because of its shitty low light performance. So like as an FPV cam, you can make a really strong argument for OG DJI being better or Walksnail being better. Walksnail is interesting because it blurs the lines and it makes a really good HD camera setup for micros. DJI 03 is not great for micros because it's heavy as hell and it's big and it's bulky and you can't get replacement lenses for the camera. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. The 03 system has a pretty narrow kind of usefulness in a way, but if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for the ultimate quality split setup, absolutely no question, it is the best. It's interesting. It's also unbelievably expensive. Holy crap. Chris Rosser just put out a video today comparing the new V2 Walksnail stuff, and he does a great job kind of breaking it down and talking about what 03 is best for, what Walksnail is best for, what old school Vistas are best for. So check that out. Sugary OD says the analog version had pictures on the bottom. Of the bottom. Well, I already kind of dove into it. Yeah, much more of a racing frame than a freestyle frame. Average motor protection, tons of props in view. But otherwise a pretty solid looking frame. So yeah, but don't expect to get like a freestyle flight experience with a top mounted battery. You're going to get more of like a racing kind of experience. When you have the battery down the bottom, the quad kind of like swings around, and that works for racers because they're always swinging around gates. For freestyle with the battery up on top, it's much better balanced. So instead of like swinging around like this because the center of gravity is really low, the center of gravity is pretty much dead even with the prop line, which is exactly what you want. So a freestyle rig will roll around like this, which is just kind of a different feel. So yeah. Technique says hello. Mr. Blue Sky says the T1000. I think he was talking about the Terminator. Kenny Koji says you like the controller. What controller? Sugary OD says thank you for the insight. Not rushing you. I'm not rushing to build, so hopefully your frame will be out when I'm ready. I hope so too. It's a lot of work, and I don't know where I'm going to find the time. But speaking of time, it's 11:10. Let's do some giveaways, goddammit. I need a giveaway song. How many times am I going to say I need a giveaway song before I actually figure out a giveaway song? Is there a giveaway song on Epidemic Sounds? Let's do a search. Giveaway. Nope. What if I search for Celebration? Celebration of Life? No, that's not it. I tried. I'll just play a song. Here we go. I'll play. Oh no, wait. There's they have genres on here. So here, browse. So like happy. Give me like happy. Give me like a happy song. Sad? No, happy. Here we go. This is it. This is the one. Oh, hold on. Giveaway time! Giveaway time! It's giveaway time! You're missing the fancy footwork. Ah! All right, our first giveaway! Oh, boy. Hold on. Hold on. Listen, listen, listen. Ready? Hold on. Hold on, I got it. Hold on, I got it. Hold on. There we go. Like a little fart, you know? I don't know. Oh my god. Hey! Giveaways! 4 of them! Coming at you! Goats screaming! Shit's shitting! I decided about a minute ago I was gonna let the whole song play out. Noisy Miner says the song and dance is the best giveaway CiottiFPV's ever done. Yeah, that's the giveaway. There you go. All right, moving on. So the Ripsqueaks. Oh, God. I gave you guys my sanity tonight. William Loesch has been busting antennas lately. Need to order more for 5-inch analog colors. What do you recommend? I like True RC antennas, but no antennas are really strong. Like, they all break. The internals of the antenna are very finely tuned. So, yeah, antennas are just frangible, man. Like, you're just going to break them. My personal favorites at the moment are the True RC OCP. It's their cheaper antenna, and it's a little bit stronger than... I actually talked to Hugo at True RC about this. Yeah, these are the slightly stronger and slightly cheaper. Instead of $20, these are $12. So yeah, True RC OCP antennas are my current go-tos. I put a little piece of shrimp wrap around the top here to keep the little cap from exploding off. And yeah, just when it breaks, replace it. Just buy a bunch and yeah, just have them on hand. It's annoying, but is what it is. Mutterson says there must be more than just wood in that smoke. I wish. All right, here we go. First giveaway! Tiny Whoop and Toothpick, $5 a month Patreon tier. Oh, I haven't done any of the things that I need to do. Every time, like, there's just enough time that goes by between these giveaways that, like, I forget what my job is. Over on Discord, one of the perks of joining the Patreon is you get access to a Patreon-only Discord channel called The Video Collective. In The Video Collective, you can post your edits for people to watch and make fun of. And while I'm doing some things, setting up the giveaways, I play a couple of those edits. So the first one... The first one is from Bob Noxious. And let me just get this over here. What's happening here? The next one is going to be from Off Axis. Marcel coming at you. And then the third one is going to be from... Well, that's a live stream. We're not going to do that. Third one's going to be from Super Deluxe. And... Well, hold on. Let me make sure there's some flying in here. Oh, look at Super Deluxe hanging out with Zorro. Lucky bastard. Yeah, here's some flying. Okay, I just got to fast forward to the flying. There we go. Alright. These guys are queued up here. I need my window with the giveaway stuff. FPV raffle, there it is. The randomizer that I use is raffle.pokeyfpv.com. Pokey made this for everybody, so feel free to use it. If you need a little randomizer, there's one that works really well for you. Let me click another couple buttons here, and then I'll be ready to play a couple of videos. But I need to do this first because it just eats all the internet. It spits out. I don't know what it spits out. Okay. We're there. This is good to go. And that's good to go. That's good to go. That's good to go. All right. Enjoy some flying from some Patreon supporters. And I'll be back in a few. Monitor, desktop. And hey, I'm going to give you some more. Oh, you guys are in for a goddamn treat here. Oh yeah, here we go. We're just gonna keep the giveaway mood going. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm doing it. That was shockingly good timing. Here comes the link to that third video from Super Deluxe. There you guys go. Brought to you by Blammo. Oh, shit. Off Axis, am I really not subscribed to your channel? I'm the worst. I'm not subscribed to anybody. Hold on. Oh, shit, I'm the worst. I don't watch I've talked about this before. I don't watch FPV stuff on YouTube anymore. I just don't. I wasn't subscribed to Bob Noxious's channel either. I'm a jerk. Yeah, I just watch car stuff. I watch car stuff, DayZ stuff, and you know what I've been watching lately? Zomboid. There's this PC game called Zomboid that I'm like just obsessed with watching right now for some reason. But mainly car stuff. 90% of what I watch on YouTube is motorsport related stuff. Now that I do this full time, like when FPV was a hobby and I was still learning, like yeah, I watched tons of stuff. But a couple of years ago, I just kind of stopped. It's not great, I know. Tiny Whoop Tier is up first. God damn it! And here's what you're playing for. Newbie Drone Pink Cockroach Frame. Weebleed FPV Magnet. Flywoo little arm LEDs for a toothpick. A bunch of different quad blade, 3 and 4 blade Tiny Whoop props. A set of the AZI quad blades, the HQ quad blades, and a set of the new Gemfan tri blades, the 1208s. Not 2 of these, just 1. Get over there. A set of these 1.6-inch quad blades. Again, the new Gemfans. A little bag of Tiny Whoop motor screws, always nice to have. A PH 2.0 connector, and a set of 4 brand new Nitro Nectar 300 mAh batteries. I don't have the box for them, but yeah, these are never used. And then a Danzil the Terrible sticker, Brain 3D holographic sticker, and FPV exchange card and some little analog charts, and Weebleed FPV stickers as well. Nice little Tiny Whoop Tier giveaway. Let's see who's gonna win it. Get in there. Get. Stop it. Go down in there. Hold on, let me clean up my mess. Oh, hey, and one of these little motor gripper things. You'll see what I mean when you get it. Maybe you won't. They're to grip your motors. Thus my calling them motor gripper things. It's made of drawer liner material. And it just works perfect for getting a grip on them motors. Look at all that stuff, yo. Let's see who's gonna win it. Here's everybody's names. And all of them but one are gonna get blown away. The goat screaming is a symbol that everyone but one must go. Frank Nicholas is on the bottom left. McMucus is on the left. Frank Nicholas is gone. OMFPV just got blown away before my very eyes. Travis Easterday is the remaining ticket and the winner of the Tiny Whoop things. Congratulations, Travis. I'm gonna write your name down here. And ship you some stuff. All right, up next we've got the 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop Tier. Take a look at what you guys are playing. This is a simple one. This is a simple one. Very simple. Very simple. You get Brain 3D sticker, Danzil the Terrible sticker, Motor Grippy thing, FPV exchange card, and a Flywoo 4-inch Explorer long range frame. Brand new. Shout out to Chomper FPV for shipping this and a bunch of other stuff over. Yeah, still bagged up, brand new. It's not all destroyed from me flying it. Let's see who wins this. Let's see who's going on a so here's the deal with the DJI O3 system, right? Putting it on something like this fucking perfect. What, like, there are a bunch of situations where the O3 system is just so good, and then a bunch of situations where it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, this frame would be a great candidate for the for an O3 setup, as long as it fits. I have no idea. I know nothing about this frame, so yeah, your mileage will indeed vary. Goat's getting tired. Patrick Scott's on the top left. Frank Bernard's next to him. They're both safe for now. Propellant FPV just got blown away. Matt McConnell's sticking around. Compost pile on the top right. He's still hanging in. Mr. Huggy on the top left. Patrick Scott's gone. Everybody's gone other than Ron T. Harnage. Congratulations, my man. You've won a 4-inch frame. Ron T. Harnage. One of the main reasons I do these giveaways through Patreon is that over on Patreon, you guys can put your address. You have to put your addresses in there, so it makes it easier. It makes it possible for me to actually ship these to people. Trying to do giveaways from like just any other way of doing giveaways is like a complete nightmare. Actually being able to ship stuff, and then you end up with like a backlog, and it can very quickly become a bit of a mess. 5-inch tier. Here we go. A long motor grippy thing, as well as a short one. Since it's the 5-inch tier, you might need that long one for big motors. Brain 3D sticker. Denzel the Terrible sticker. It's a big old Godzilla fella. FPV exchange card. And an ESC T-motor 45 amp light 6S 4-in-1 Velox ESC. You know you need a new ESC. Good God, ESCs have become expensive. Man, FPV is not... you know what's funny is, like, people used to bitch about FPV being expensive, and I would always be like, is this your first hobby? Have you not been into any other hobbies? They're all way more expensive. And, like, now that stuff is, like, 2 and 3 times as much money, it's still cheap. But it's annoying because it's like, man, it used to be literally like half to a third as expensive. Wild, 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 wild stuff. Here's everybody! The goat scream is actually what triggers the propellers, the arm switch to trigger. WOM FPV is hanging in on the left. Propellant FPV is on the top left. Aaron FPV top dead center. All of them got blown away. And there's only one left, and that's John Godwin. Congratulations, brother. I think John might have won 2 weeks ago. Big double winner. Maybe. I might be wrong. Congratulations, brother. You've got an ESC headed your way. All right, last giveaway we do is open to everybody. It is a Super Chat and PayPal-based giveaway. For $5, you can get 1 ticket. For $10, you can get 2 tickets. And that's how it works. Here's what you're playing for. Actually, let's do another. We haven't done this in a while. Let's do another unlimited ticket one, because this is a smaller one, so that should cap it pretty nicely. So yeah, every $5 via Super Chat or PayPal starting right now gets you a ticket. You can get as many tickets as you want. Here's what you're playing for: FPV exchange card, Brain 3D sticker, Danzilla sticker, little grippy thing. Tweet FPV is going to make you a set of his skateboard grip tape transmitter grips or T100 grips. This is a Tiny Whoop themed giveaway. We Bleed FPV sticker pack. 1, 2, 3. We've got bunch of Tiny Whoop propellers, a set of red and purple old school 1.6 inch Tiny Whoop propellers, the Gemfan tri-blades, the old school ones, the really pitchy ones, and then 2 sets of the new school lower pitch 1.6 inch quad blades. 2 sets of these guys. Woo! XT30 lead, and the big item here is a set of motors. And they are HDLRC Aeolus 1202 and a half, 11,600 kV. 1.5 millimeter motor shafts. You are gonna, I'm so sorry, but you are gonna have to drill these props out. These are 1 millimeter shaft props. This is also a great motor for a toothpick if you don't want to go the tiny whoop route. This is a 4-bolt motor base, so keep that in mind. Most tiny whoop frames are 3-bolt. So this is a 4-bolt. Off the top of my head, the Betaflight 85 tiny whoop frame is a 4-bolt. Pretty much all of the toothpick frames are 4-bolt. And I'm sure there are some other tiny whoop frames that have the 4-bolt. The Betaflight 75 millimeter frames are usually dual mounting pattern. They'll have 7 holes in them, 3 for the 3-bolt and 4 for the 4-bolt. Or no, they'll have 5 holes. 2 of the holes are slots, and you can, yeah. But keep that in mind. These are 4-bolt. And then this KV, it depends. You want to run this KV on either 2S or 3S. I would not run this KV on 4S. That's going to be too much. Yeah. That's our Super Chat-based giveaway. $5 a ticket. PayPal, Super Chat. Let me dive into the Super Chats first here. And here we go. Technique FPV with a $5 Super Chat. He says, for Bob Noxious. Bob Noxious is going on the wheel. All right, Bob Noxious gets a ticket. There is no wheel. Lambo Drive Zambo. Can't get this extra penny in there. That's all right. I'll cover you on the penny, Lambo. Lambo Drive Zambo gets a ticket. FamG FPV with a $10 Super Chat. He gets 2 tickets. Thank you, brother. 1, 2. Saucy Jack with a $5 Super Chat. He gets a ticket. John Goblin is getting 2 tickets. Daddy needs some new 3-inch toothpick motors, he says. 2 tickets for John. Ah! Okay. There we go. Marcel off axis, $10 for the Super Chat. He gets 2 tickets. Why am I highlighting the dollar amount? I gotta highlight this. Thank you, brother. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Let me get my email fired up over here. And there we go. Kevin James with a $10 PayPal. He says, hoping this is the correct address. It certainly is, Kevin. Although, Kevin, I think that was for the that was for something else, right? Yeah. You sent that a while ago. Okay, cool. Mark is on red. Metal Dirtskin with a $10 Super Chat. He's going on the wheel or PayPal rather. He's getting 2 tickets. Thank you, Metal. And let me give you guys a minute. Oh wait, no, hold on. Let me get caught up again. Off axis was here. We got a little bit of Danzilla the Terrible. He says 1 for me, 1 for FamG. 2 tickets going out. 1 for FamG, 1 for Danzilla. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Eric Moe with a $10 Super Chat. He's getting 2 tickets. 1, 2. Thank you, brother. Mr. Blue Sky with a $10 Super Chat for Danzilla Terrible. Danzilla's getting 2 tickets. 2 more tickets, I should say. Yo, my eyes are just a wreck. Oh my god, this fucking smoke down here is killing me. It is... I'm a dead person. I'm dead from it. I'm deceased from this smoke down here. God damn. Woo! CMYK coming through with a PayPal. He says 2 for me, 1 for the newest patron. Oh, shit. CMYK gets 2 tickets. And then the newest patron is... Come on. Come on, email. Be cool. Dustin Gable. Dustin Gable. Very cool. That's One Vision Aerial. Hopefully he's still here. Dustin Gable, thanks to CMYK FPV, the greatest FPV graphic designer on Earth, you are now entered in the giveaway. His name on YouTube is One Vision Aerial. Denzilla says maybe your dancer who's burnt up the carpet. All right, hey, let me shill a little bit. I've been forgetting to do the drill bit shill. If you're doing tiny whoop things, you need one of these drill bits, like you kind of do. These are 0.99 millimeter drill bits, and they're now all over the goddamn desk. I have how many left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 0.99 millimeters is the exact right inner dimension for tiny whoop propellers, so that you can not easily, but like somewhat easily push them all the way down on the motor shaft and then remove the damn things without ruining your motors or pulling the motor shaft off the bell or bending the motor shaft. ASI propellers are terrible. You will ruin your motors with ASI props. Drill them out. HQ props, they don't have the top of the propeller opened up, so you can't push them all the way down on the motor shaft, and your motor shafts will bend. If your propeller is sitting up, it's a big long lever to bend the shit out of the motor shaft. It's a terrible design. Drill them out. The old school gem fan props, some of them fit really tight on the motor shaft, and when you're trying to remove them, you will bend your motor shaft and ruin your motors. Drill them out. For $10, you can't just buy the drill bit. You got to get my stickers. I have too many stickers. I need to get them out there into the world and have you guys stick them on things and take pictures and have other people find out about me and come hang out. For $10, I will sell you a drill bit and a sticker of your choosing. If you're into motorsports, I've got this cool little Ciotti sticker. You can do some Gangly Gang stickers. This one's matte, this one's holographic. Or, if you really want a bunch of stickers, for $15, you can get a sticker pack as well as a drill bit. This counts as a sticker pack, and it's got a bunch of different stickers on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shout out to CMYK for this awesome design and ordering these and mailing them to me. So you can get that sticker sheet as a sticker pack, or you can get the more classic kind of sticker pack that I've been hawking for a while, with 3 individual stickers. This is the holographic sticker pack, holographic CiottiFPV sticker, holographic Gangly Gang, and this is actually a window cling, Micro King window cling. You can stick it on the inside or the outside of a window. Or there is one more matte sticker pack. Oh no, there's 2 more matte sticker packs. Micro King sticker in matte, Gangly Gang matte, CiottiFPV matte. If you don't want the drill bit, you can still get the sticker packs, and they're $5 less. Basically $5 for the drill bit, $10 for a sticker pack. If you want a drill bit, though, you got to get at least 1 sticker. It's just the way it is. Sometimes in life, you got to get a sticker. Noisy Miner with a $7.50 Australian super chat. He says, 1 ticket adjusted for the currency exchange. You got it, my man. Thank you. And Mr. Blue Sky for Danzilla Terrible. Got that. All right, we are almost ready here. And good to go here. Mick Mucus is getting in. He's getting a ticket. Thank you, brother. Double Deuce, got you on there. And he says, I'll take 1 sure winner. All right, cool. We are good to go. I got you guys all set up here. Mark is unread. I want to make sure that your email is unread, Kevin, so I don't forget about it. Kiz Bartlett says, finally got my FPV Outreach sticker pack. Logo's looking sexy. Jesse said that my sticker on the FPV Outreach thing didn't cut properly, so he's going to redo them. But Terry Burnett says, 2 stubs, 10 for you. Thank you so much, Terry. You're getting 2 tickets, and then I'm going to take that $10 and spend it on family things. I'm going to probably spend it on either the 17-year-old or the 12-year-old. Thank you so much, brother. Kids are expensive. Go figure. Bob Noxious is just got here. What's up, homie? McMucus says, put me in. I think you're in there, right? Denzel the Terrible... No, we got that. And... all right, cool. I think we're all set. McMucus, are you in here? Did you do PayPal? I should have, I'm, nope. Yep, I'm caught up. You guys should all be in here. Mick, are you on there? I can't keep track of your names. Oh my goodness, Bob Noxious going ham with a $50 super chat. Shit. All right, here we go. 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 Technique. He's going on. FamG. You're going on. Damn, Bob Noxious. Thank you so much, brother. FamG, you're on there. Famg. 661. I'm just going to type it in. 661. Danzilla. And off axis. Rest on the fund. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, and then 25 goes in here. And for the 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 460. Look at that. I think I did that math right. Damn, dude, thank you so much, Bob Noxious. Super, super, super generous. Kids Bartlett says, I have to admit, I did wonder why your sticker overlapped another one slightly, LOL, but it still looks beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, dude. Hey, by the way, my dad calls me today. He's like, hey, I'm in Fort Lauderdale or somewhere in Florida in a Best Buy, and they actually have PS5s. You want one for your birthday? I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So, hell yeah, yo. Halfway through April, I'm going to be getting on that PS5 train. For all you motorsport heads, you'll dig that because my Gran Turismo 7 streams will no longer look like fucking potatoes. All right. We're good to go. Thanks to everybody that got in on this. I'm going to hit submit. Here come the tickets. And somebody's going to win a bunch of stuff. And that person's name is not going to get blown away. John Goblin's on the... Wow, it's blowing him away fast and furious. Terry Burnett's still there. He's gone. Eric Moe's still there. CMYK's still there. Zambo just got blown away. CMYK's hanging around. FamG's hanging around. What? Bueller? I guess I'm going to hit play again. I don't know what happened there. Let's give it another shot. Here we go. I thought it was blowing away too fast. The little quad got excited. Terry Burnett's hanging out on the right. CMYK just got blown away. Technique is up on top hanging in. FamG is on the left there. 2 tickets for... Oh my god. 3 tickets for FamG survived. Congratulations, FamG. Hey man, I think your address is on Patreon, so you should be good. But if you're not an active patron with your address in there, head on over to CiottiFPV.com. My contact info is there. Shoot me a message. Say, yo, it's FamG. I'm writing FamG on here, so I need you to say, yo, it's FamG. But I'm pretty sure that that your address is on Patreon. But if it's not, message me. What? Come on, man. What? Come on, man. There we go. FamG, the winner of tonight's Super Chat giveaway. Thanks, everybody. Very cool of you. Let's talk Ripsqueaks for a little bit longer here. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everyone for helping the gangliest of gangly gangles out. Yeah, much appreciated. Here's a sneak peek of a sticker coming soon. That's all you get, just that. Thus it being a sneak peek. It's the Apple livery. Hold on, let me stretch. God, yeah, I'm gonna have to open the doors. I'm gonna have to open the doors and let it air out down here at the end of the stream. It's just gonna have to be like 20 degrees in here. So Ripsqueaks, let me start plugging these into Betaflight, and I'm also curious what gyros are on here. I think these are all MPU 6000s, but let's take a look. So this first one I'm plugging in here is the V1 Ripsqueak on Zing 1504s. Some of my favorite motors ever that have been very sadly discontinued. If you're ever wondering what gyro your flight controller has on it, you come into the CLI, and down here you type status. And in here, it gives you all kinds of good stuff. But the big thing that it gives you is your gyro. And this guy is an MPU 6000. It's also telling me that it's an F4 processor. And those are kind of the main things. I mean, you can tell it's an F4 processor by the target up here. Talon F4 V2. And command for black box? Get black box. What'll that tell me? If I type get black box, what'll it say? Black box sample rate, quarter, serial, black box disable. Oh, so these are all the different modes that you can put the black box into. If you want to then see whether or not you have black box, you could probably tell from one of those in there. Oops, shit, too quick. The easiest way to tell if you have black box is come in here, click black box, and then this does not have black box. There's nothing in here, and then yeah, your only options for black box logging device are serial port and no logging. If you do, well, one of these will have black box, and there's a whole bunch of windows down here, so we'll see that in a minute. So it looks like this rig is on 4.3. That's cool. We've got a fairly, yeah, kind of middle of the road PID tune going on. I got the feed forward turned up. That's weird. Let me turn the feed forward down. Bob Noxious is out of here. Thanks for hanging, brother. Thanks for the support as well. Kiz Bartlett says that sticker looks like a Girl Guides badge. I don't know what that is. It's the old school Apple color logo. 6S1 says matches those socks. Yeah, the socks are from the Apple livery from race cars. Lenardson says usually it says the device is serial. There's no onboard flash or SD. Yeah, that makes sense. That very first one we looked at. Kiz Bartlett says, do you have any recommended alternatives over the X12 for a 75mm build? It depends on what kind of a 75mm build. If it's 1S, I actually recommend the regular old Happy Model F4. The X12 does not seem like it's all that reliable. So yeah, I would go with the regular old F4. What else? Now this is a pretty standard kind of PID tune of mine. Let's make sure I have my new rates on here. I do. A little bit of throttle expo, not a lot. What am I doing with the filters? Yeah, pretty aggressive filters. Kind of middle of the road setup here, nothing crazy. Without black box, I can't really get this any more dialed in than it already is. PIDs are pretty aggressive, but nothing crazy. I'm going to back this master multiplier down a little bit, and I'm going to push the D gains up a little bit. I'd rather have a little bit less master multiplier and a little bit more D gain. And I'll save it. Cool. So in theory, this Ripsqueak is ready to go up in the air, but without black box, I'm not going to be using it for the current thing that I'm doing. But yeah, this is a good little... This is probably my favorite of the Ripsqueaks because it has the 1504s on it. Right now I have GemFan 3052 propellers on here, which this is a lot of propeller. 52 pitch is a lot of pitch, but these 1504s make good power. And they're 3900 kV, which is a little bit lower. So, I mean, for me, for most people, it's not, but for me, it's a little bit lower than what I usually want on a 3-inch rig. And you can make up for that lower kV with a more pitchy prop. So, yeah, this is, my guess would be this is the best flying of the Ripsqueaks at the moment. I will test that and get back to you. Let's get some weights on these little bastards. So Runcam hybrid on board, 20x20 stack, little tiny VTX, Crossfire Nano at the back with a little short Immortal T, 1504's Ripsqueak V1 frame, 140, just call it 149 grams. All right, so let's put this guy aside here, and up next is the Ripsqueak that's on the RCX 1306s. Let me just get the weight while we're looking at it. Similar build, 1306 motors. Everything else is really the same. 148 grams on this one. Super, super, super similar. let's see if it has black box. I bet you it doesn't. I don't know if any of these do. If none of these have black box, I'm going to be kind of pissed, because that means I'm going to have to build a rig just to do this black box testing for GemFan, which is just silly. Lauren Walters says, new to all this, what does feed forward and master multiplier do respectively? Oof. That is a... How can I break that down? Feed forward basically adjusts the sharpness. The easiest way to describe it is, feed forward changes how sharp the response of the quad is in respect to your sticks. So when you're flying the rig, if you want it to be smoother, you lower the feed forward. If you want it to be sharper, you raise the feed forward. It's also called stick... what the hell is it called? The actual slider is... What the hell? Where? Oh, this is on 4.2.9. Look at that. Why is this on 4.2.9? I'll be damned. I haven't flown this in a while, I guess. Hold on. So this is another F4 V2, so this is not going to have black box. It is an MPU 6000 though, which is pretty cool. Damn. This is only on 4.2.9, huh? It's been a while since I've seen 4.2. I didn't realize that you can use sliders, but it doesn't have the full complement of sliders. It just has stick response. That's what it's called. Stick response is the feed forward slider. So yeah, if you want more stick response, raise it. If you want less stick response, more smoothness, lower it. Okay, so this rig should be... I mean, 4.2 is completely fine. 4.3 does have some real improvements, but we're going to put that one aside until I get it on 4.3. It doesn't have... what I need anyway. It doesn't have black box anyway, so it's fine to put it aside. Up next is the 1404 rig. Let's weigh this real quick. Again, very similar build, but 1404 Flash RC 1404s. And this guy's a little bit lighter, 137. Man, they're all so similar. 137 grams. And let's check this one out. See what flight controller it's got. Ooh, this is an F7. This might have black box. So this is a Talon F7 V2. Let's type status in here. MPU 6000, awesome. And then it looks like there is a black box chip on board. So this is what it's going to look like if it has black box. You're going to get all this stuff in here. And it looks like I've got a black box. It looks like I logged something in here. So there is a black box log sitting on this quad. It doesn't really do me any good, so I'm just going to erase it. But yeah, this is what it looks like when there is an actual onboard storage chip for black box to work. Oh, Brandon, I didn't think you were in here. I almost a second ago I almost just said it's a shame Brandon's not in here, or I would actually grab this log and send it to him. But I don't know what this log... I don't know how long ago this is from. I don't know what it is. It could just be filled with crashes. But yeah, I will be... So this is the rig that I'm going to use to make a log for GemFan. To then move forward with the production of the CiottiFPV prop, which is really going to be fucking awesome, because we do not have good propeller selections in 3-inch for this type of rig. What was the other question? The other question was about the master multiplier slider. The master multiplier slider moves all the values up and down. The P, the I, the D max, and the feed forward. So the master multiplier slider is going to basically control the entire PID loop response. So the higher you push, for you guys it's this way, the higher you push the master multiplier slider, the more aggressive the PID loop is going to be. If PID loop doesn't mean anything to you, basically what a PID loop is error correction. So think about the situations that these flying things encounter, and then think about error that comes into the system. The wind blows, a twig hits it, you smash into your friend's face. Those are all error that gets introduced into the system. A quad with no error is just frozen. It's not moving. There's no wind hitting it. It's just perfectly there. Maybe it's hovering, maybe it's cruising forward, but it's just perfectly stable. That is a no error situation. As soon as the wind hits it, that's error. So the more aggressive the master multiplier slider is, the harder it's going to fight against that error to keep itself locked in space. You can't just rail that slider all the way up, though, because everything on this vibrates. The propellers vibrate, the motors vibrate, the arms vibrate. These are just flying vibrators in a way. So the more aggressive you make the error correction, the more possibility that it's going to try to correct the little tiny vibrations. So the name of the game with tuning, and the easiest way to tune, is to keep inching the master multiplier up until the quad starts to make weird noises. Like when you arm it on the ground, it'll sound angry because there's little tiny vibrations on the ground, and then the PID loop is seeing those vibrations and trying to correct against that vibration. Well, the way vibrations work is that they go one way then the other. So if it tries to correct in the other direction, the vibration is going to come back, and then it's going to try to correct in that direction, and it's going to and it's going to do like just weird things. If you continue to push the master multiplier, when you like hover it and when you like blip the throttle, you're gonna hear it start to make like oscillation noises and like trilling noises, and it's just gonna seem angry. I know that sounds kind of weird, but you'll see what I mean. So yeah, that's really the easiest way to tune. The easiest way to tune is just to build the rig, leave the sliders completely alone, make sure it's not a mess, and then go into your OSD or plug it in and push the master multiplier from 1.0 to like 1.2, and then do the same thing. Let it idle, take it off, bounce it up, and then push the master multiplier to 1.4. At some point, it's going to change sounds. It's going to start to sound different, and it's going to sound more angry. That either means you're at the point where it's going to start to get completely out of control, or you might already be at that point. So then you're going to just back the master multiplier off a little bit until it stops sounding angry. And that's like, with how good Betaflight is, that's kind of all you need to do for tuning on 99% of rigs. Unless you've got like some really weird rig, or if you've got like really shitty components, you might need to go a little bit more specific with the tuning. But man, the Betaflight 4.3 and 4.4 now are just unbelievable. Like it's kind of scary how good they are. And then yeah, grab the master multiplier, move it up as much as you want. The higher you move the master multiplier, though, the more sort of fragile the rig is going to become. Running the PIDs at 1.0 across the board is going to give you a really durable, really like bashy rig where you can smash it into stuff. You can have bent props, banged up motors, and it ain't going to give a fuck. It's just going to keep flying. It's not going to deal with error quite as well, but it's going to deal with you beating the hell out of it really, really, really well. In my opinion, the only real reason to move the master multiplier up and make it more aggressive is if you are selling your footage, or if you are showing off your footage to people that care. Because like in every like, other than that, who cares if the quad is not completely locked in, right? Like, you're the only one that cares, and like, I mean, do it, like, whatever. But here's the other thing, like, the more loose the tune is, not only can you fly more and fly harder, but you'll be able to see when you're in prop wash. You'll be able to see when there is bounce back, and you can fly around that stuff, and that will make you a better pilot. So I actually recommend that you don't push the tune hard if you're trying to learn, unless you're selling your footage or, want to show your footage off to people that it matters what they think of you, and shit like that. So yeah, just some food for thought. Tuning is fun, but the more aggressive you make your tune, the more susceptible the rig is going to be to try to fly away or catch on fire when you start beating the motors, props, arms, or when screws start backing out. So careful with tuning. Noisy Miner says, great explanation, really helped make PID loop click more for me. For sure. Yeah, PID loop doesn't mean shit to most people. Error correction means something to most people, right? So, and that's what it's doing. The PID loop is correcting errors. Weirdly, when you move the sticks, that's actually error. And that's where the PID loop's effect on your rates is kind of really interesting. That's about a half an hour discussion. But yeah, and feed forward is, the beautiful thing about feed forward is that and the reason why feed forward works so well is that it's not based on error. Feed forward just takes your raw stick command and pushes the quad based on that. Prior to feed forward, you would move the sticks, the PID loop would see that as error, it would run that through the PID loop, and then it would start making corrections. So there was a delay. This is why KISS will never be as good as Betaflight. This is why none of the flight firmwares without some sort of feed forward will ever match the accuracy in tracking your stick tracking accuracy as the newer versions of Betaflight. But yeah, there's I'll never forget, like 3-ish years into FPV, when the connection between rates and PIDs really finally clicked in my brain. And it's important because back then it was way more important because there was no feed forward back then. So for anybody suffering through KISS or any other flight firmware, you like that? somebody just went, what the fuck? Somebody that likes KISS just went like, what the fuck, man? I'm gonna talk shit on KISS all the time because Betaflight's better and it's free. Yeah. I don't even remember what I was saying. I just find it so much fun to trash on KISS. Sky Stealer's out of here. Thanks for hanging. It says, I'm currently running stock Betaflight PID tunes and they feel good. I feel like if you're asking about the master multiplier, you know what it should do. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to turn. Everybody wants to tune, though. Tuning's fun. It is. It's just for 95% of FPV pilots, there's absolutely no reason to tune. And in my opinion, it actually makes you a worse pilot because it covers up the bad flight behaviors that you should be learning how to avoid. Because the dirty little secret is if you're always putting your rig into prop wash, it's burning the fucking battery to fight against that prop wash because it is asking for all the power that those motors can get. So yeah, I mean, there are certain movements that put you into prop wash no matter what, but without knowing, like if your tune is cranked up from day one, you potentially could always be putting the rig into prop wash scenarios. And yeah, it's not good. It creates motor heat, burns your battery down. Not too bad, but yeah, I mean, if you want to be really, really, really good, that's one of the things you have to learn. You got to learn how to not put the quad into dirty air, into its own dirty air. So, but I digress. So this is going to be the 3-inch rig that I make a log for GemFan with, which is pretty cool. I'm going to actually take these Sky, whatever the hell it is, Sky RC flash motors off of here, and I'm going to put a set of a set of Axis 1404 motors on here because GemFan wants to build an identical rig. I don't know what to do about the frame. They're I don't know. I told Mike this. I was like, look, I fly frames that are no longer available. And he's like, what about your frame? And I was like, it's nowhere near being ready. And he's like, well, can you just like finish your frame and I'll have woodchuck cut it? And I'm like, well, no. But I guess I'll try. I can't. You know, Ryan has the files. I don't even know if he's gonna let me have the files. And there just are no other frames that I've seen that I have any real interest in. So I don't know what to do about that. I think what I'm going to do is just put the motors on here and just do the log and just send him the spec sheet and say, you know, here's what the quad is. I can't just magically finish my frame. Or maybe I'll pull this squid out and put... I don't know. I'll figure something out. That actually reminds me, I'm going to... shoot a message over to Ryan. It's not that easy, 661. I have to respect the fact that Ryan Harrell did hours and hours and hours and hours of work on this frame, and it's his design and it's his baby. I can't just say like, hey man, it's done. Like, he doesn't put garbage out. Like, he's like me. He does shit right the first time. And I have to respect that. But I am gonna explain the situation and ask him if he would be willing to release the design files before they're done, and let GemFan cut one of them, I guess, for their devs. I guess that would be what we would need to do. Is, I don't know, it's confusing, but it's after midnight. I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys on Whoop Wednesday. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll figure something fun out. Tip your waiters. Tip your waitresses. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Here comes some more flying from Salt Lake City with something under it. I know. I was gonna play the giveaway song again, but I can't do that to you guys. I'll play it. Oh, we got a little bluesy. Oh, okay. Hold on, let's see. We got a little blues action? Oh, okay. I got something for you with this. Hold on. I got something for you. Yeah, here you go. Here you guys go. A little bit more flying from Salt Lake City. I gotta get these subtitles out of here. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for the support. Love you guys. Be good. See you in a bit.